I know we talked about this, on Sunday, but now that you've had a few days to process it, it's just kind of cool poetry that you were able to finish the game like that this past weekend
Yeah,
and back home in front of the family and all.
definitely a little poetic, almost like like a movie script, first game back in the bird's nest, after all this time, being able to, make a play to win the ball game is a pretty good feeling. But short-lived because in this business, it's what have you done for me lately, and nobody really cares about last week's game now. It's next game. That's all that matters. And so, right back to work, right back to trying to focus and trying to make the next play.
It looks like you have all your family there in the end zone, right? Like Calais' bunch. How cool is that?
Oh yeah, that's important. Spent a pretty penny on that suite, but to me, it was necessary because I wanted my family close. Be able to see my family, connect with my family, that meant something to me. And the fact that a lot of my family lives here, it's just a big advantage I have. Where I get that support, especially just being able to connect with my kids before the game. No better feeling. No better feeling. Trying to be a good example.
As a leader on this defense, how tough is it to see guys in the secondary go down? And what do you kind of tell the defense this week to reload in a sense?
Yeah, injuries are part of the game. You know that going into it. But when you lose so many, one position, it's kind of tough. But we got better news than that. Biggest thing is just staying focused on the small details. Guys getting opportunities. It's a great opportunity for them to show what they can do. Everybody has aspirations to be elite in this business, and so a kid like Denzel Burke, who is very talented, gets a chance to go out there and show what he can do. Kei'Trel Clark. These guys. When they got in there last week, they didn't flinch. Just got there and rose to the occasion and made plays when we need them to. And that's his business. Monty did a great job of bringing a lot of talent in, and having some depth in positions, and those guys stepped up, and they're gonna have more opportunity going forward. But we got some good news though. So I think it's gonna be fun to see what the young guys do. But my mindset, when I talk to the guys up front, and man, we got to be elite. Trying to stop the run and contain 23 this week. And really their whole stable of backs, but especially McCaffrey's just, he's cream of the crop. He's the best in the business, and so we have to be elite in making them one-dimensional and trying to take away the run game, and that gives us the best shot to win.
Calais' 2 games so far going down to the wire. You guys out there on the field. What's it going to take to just close out a game, put away a game on another team?
Yeah, the execution, and making the plays that are there for us. I think when you get these, early leads and having to, maintain them for a whole ball game. In this business, you've seen it time and time again. It's the NFL. Teams they're gonna rally. They're gonna compete. They're not gonna just lay down. And so we gotta do a better job of finishing people. But that comes down to just making the plays when they're there for us. Out executing them, understanding the situations, and just being more efficient. But I think for me, I'd rather get that lesson with a win. So I'm happy we got those wins. But in this business, it's, how do you learn from it? How do you grow for this next opportunity? And I wouldn't be surprised if this next game was another game where it came down to the very last play, and we had to fight for it. And hopefully we'll feel battle tested and prepared and ready. But they're the same way. They're both their games went down to the last play too. And so it's just that's football.
When you look at the 49ers on offense specifically, all the things that he can do, what do you see out of that group there?
Talent all over the place. You got one of the best O-linemen in this era of football. Weapons all over the place. A receiver, big bodies that can stretch the field, and great savvy route runners. You got a great scheme. The scheme is probably the most impressive of everything that they do. You don't really get a beat on anything, right? You just got to play everything square up. And for a guy like me, it's a little tougher because I like to take advantage of the opportunities when you kind of know what's coming. But they do a really good job of making you have to play very, very disciplined ball. I'll say that really the offense goes to 23 though. Chris McCaffrey's in his bag. Even in the pass game, he's such a dynamic player, and they do a good job of finding ways to get him the ball. That's to win the ball game. We have to stop him. Tackling is the biggest thing. Tackling well.
What do you think of the conversation about you needing more targets per game? Is there any outside talking about?
Yeah, that's a silly conversation, really. We're 2-0. That's the most important thing. We have two big games coming up. One big game this week, so that's really my only focus.
Like, on you feel like you hit targets, you get hit twice to fight up on that.
Everybody wants the ball. That's just no. Anybody that's a competitor loves the game, loves what they do. Everybody wants the ball. They want to impact the game. But most importantly, it's all about winning.
What do you remember about the Niners personnel that you faced that carried over to this year? What are you going to see this week?
I think that last game of the season last year, a lot of them were hurt, if I remember correctly. Kind of last game of the season, they kind of had different guys playing, but obviously Cam is 54 in the middle. I think he's obviously a big part, and 97 coming off the edge. Those are definitely they're two premier players, and he's gonna go for this.
How do you feel about your game, your performance on Sunday? I mean, do you feel like you're making an impact out there? You get the 38-yard DPI, a couple of catches in there.
Yeah, I mean, it's always frustrating when you may not get the impact that you kind of want in the game, especially when you put in so much work. And I know my process throughout the week and all the work that I put in throughout all season and leading up to the game. So when you don't get results that you want to impact the game, that kind of is frustrating. But at the end of the day, you're very happy that we're 2-0 sitting here and got a victory.
You don't feel like it's your game so far, but have the two teams played really differently than the teams were last year?
Yes. I mean, everybody kind of has their own defenses, and then they kind of scheme, I guess, based off our personnel, and they kind of go from there. But I kind of just go out there, try to play as fast as I can, and react.
Do you get any sense, is there any feeling like that it's all going to click at some point and you guys are just going to take off as an offense and pass lead 10?
Definitely. I have full confidence in not only myself, in our quarterback and the players around us, the coaching staff, and I'm very, confident in all the guys that we have here in this organization. So I'll be super, happy to see it all come to fruition.
The one in the end zone, is that one you would like to come down with, or is it just a good play by the defensive back?
I'm going to come down with all of them. Rather than any incomplete, I'd rather come down with all of them. Yeah.
Is it one you like? I guess what happened? What would you see on that play?
Yeah, I think I definitely tracked it a little later than I kind of wanted to, and it's easy to say now. I wish I could have went back up for it, and I think that's easy to say from if you're watching TV or just watching it from just watching the game on the all 22, whatever it is, however you're watching. I feel like it's easy to say, oh, you should have did this, but when you're out there, things move fast, and I wish I just had tracked it a little earlier, turned my head around. It would have given myself a better chance, but it was a great ball by Cardinals for sure.
Do you feel like the offense has improved from week 1 to week 2? Did you feel like it did?
Yeah, I think operation was obviously a lot better. We had that one delayed game in New Orleans. We kind of had a really good operation this past week, and if we continue to build, it's only week 2, we got a long season ahead. I'm very happy to be 2-0. I know how much better we can be as well.
Marvin, what's it going to take for the offense to be able to just close out a game when you've got the lead, just getting first downs and grinding the clock?
Execution. That's all football comes down to. All 11 guys doing their job and executing at a high level.
How much of a point of emphasis is that double score, get one before half and then coming out like you guys?
Yeah, that was big. I don't know the exact score that what that 14 point swing was, but anytime you can do that, you put a lot of pressure on the opposing team, and obviously with the defense we have, I feel very confident with them. They're going to go out there and get stops.
On your first reception, you kind of stiff-armed a guy, Alex, and said, yeah. Does that kind of feel like your off-season work paying off?
Yeah, that was nice. I think, yeah. So I do more of that for sure.
Take us through that play that you got hurt. What happened? Like what it feel like, I guess.
Yeah, really just scramble drill, straining on the play. Yeah, felt my groin.
How you feel?
Feel a lot better, for sure.
Think you'll be able to go this weekend, or?
Really just taking it day by day right now.
So was it not the touchdown that you got hurt on your last snap, or it was a couple snaps earlier? Because you said it was scramble drill.
Yeah, it was a couple snaps earlier. I heard it. But we came to the side. Well, I think it was like a timeout or something after that. And I just thugged it out for a few more plays, and then I set out the last drive.
Are you optimistic that you might be able to go this week?
Yeah, I'm optimistic about everything, really.
So I guess to finish, to give you a little more hope that everything's going to be okay in say in the game?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get better every day.
Well, what, in terms of this room and what you guys went through, I mean, emotionally there was probably a lot of emotion because of all the guys that kind of got banged up. It seems like, all things considered, it's maybe a little bit better than what it might have looked like. How are you guys doing emotionally as a group?
I think we're doing good. I mean, everyone's just, taking it day by day. We know we got a lot of guys that can play in that room. It's unfortunate to see guys go down, and you hate to see it. I always want the guys to be able to go out there and play, but we got full confidence in everybody in that room.
Have you felt the progression from Sunday to now with the grind?
Definitely, yeah.
How tricky the injury is? You don't want to tweak it, have a winner all season. So what's the balance out of that? You want to come back, but also you don't want to take the new position.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, just got to listen to, the trainers and coaches and do everything I can to get back as strong and as ready to go as I can be and make the right decision.
You're a good example of that next match. What was it like to get out there Sunday and contribute?
Yep,
the way you did?
man, it was amazing. Honestly, that's what we go to practice for every single day. I might not get every rep with the ones. I may not get every rep with the twos. Some reps might only be scout team reps all week in practice, but being dialed into the game plan, seeing what we have to do, and then getting in the game and making a big time play, that's how you make your role be magnified. I'm sorry, but it's just a matter of just continuing to just be consistent every single day, so that when that moment comes, it's not too big.
What's the mindset in the room now? I mean, you guys have lost a handful of people. The other guys are banged up.
The mindset?
Yeah, well, I mean, just how tough is that?
Yeah, it's definitely tough because at the end of the day, we see what's going on. We don't want to lose guys that bring impact to the room. But like I said, it's a matter of who's going to be that impact player now. So that's just a test for the room, and I feel like I trust myself. I trust the guys in the room to be able to get that done.
What were the shades, Will? Where's the turnover?
Turnover bus, man. We need to wear those a little bit more this week, for sure.
How did you feel like you performed? It was like 15 snaps. How did you feel like you did?
I feel like I did solid. I feel like I can be even better. One play, I'm still gonna grade myself hard. 10 plays, I'm gonna grade myself hard, and 15. So I just feel like, getting into a flow of the game this week, it's a matter of just making sure that I'm in on my alignment, assignment, technique, and just taking one play at a time.
They flooded the position in the offseason, and I was just wondering how that affects a player that's been here. It's like, hey, they're bringing in more guys. I kind of need to stay the course and step up, right?
I mean, obviously we can see that a lot of guys just came into the room, but it only makes the room better at the end of the day. Obviously it's a competition, but it's never any hate. It's never me hating on the next man. It's a matter of pulling each other in. So guys like Denzel, guys like Will, I make sure that even though I've been here for a few years, it's the nature of the game. We're gonna draft guys. There's guys that's gonna come in that we sign. But at the end of the day, how can I be a leader in the room still, knowing that I have had a lot of snaps in this defense, and I know what the system is wanting from me. So it's a matter of just continuing to just be a team over you guy. And my consistency and my preparation stays the same, and just basically just bringing in my guys with me too, and everything plays out the way it's supposed to.
Kei'Trel, when you guys have a lead, what's it going to take to just close out a game? Just say, we're done.
Man, just keeping our foot on the gas, man. Not letting up. Whatever it takes. Whether it's 60 minutes, whether it's overtime, we just got to be able to just keep our foot on the gas, man.
Everyone loves a good story. What did you think about Calais Campbell in his 18th year coming back, making the game walk-off play, basically?
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Real vet. That's my guy right there. Happy to see more plays like that happen, for sure.
How did you feel like you played?
I feel like I played well. Put the tape on.
It's obviously you got plenty of time in the preseason, but getting meaningful snaps in an NFL game, what are you feeling in those moments on the field?
Really just be me, honing on my technique, taking one play at a time, trust the scheme, trust my technique, and just have fun, man. Play hard. I've been doing this my whole life, so it's nothing different.
What's the biggest difference between preseason and NFL football and regular season?
I would just say the speed. I feel like it was a lot more faster for me in preseason, just kind of getting used to the pace and everything like that, but my first game as an NFL game. I feel like it was pretty slow. I was able to see a lot of things and just have fun.
Denzel, if you're asked to play a bigger role on Sunday, just how ready are you for that opportunity?
I'm gonna be ready. You know, at the end of the day, it's just playing football, put the football down, and play hard. And you know, I'm ready to just star in my role.
How tough has it been to see guys keep going down in your room in a sense, and how important is the next man up in this kind of situation?
It's unfortunate, you know, but that's how the game of football goes. Yeah, it's tough. I don't know how to answer that question, but it's just unfortunate.
What do you think of this 49ers offense?
They got a pretty good team. The first divisional game, they play hard. Their defense plays hard. The offense plays hard. Really just happy to go out there and just, you know, do our thing and, you know, best man, whoever wins.
You said put the tape on. What were your favorite things that you put on tape this week?
Technique, instincts, off man, just playing football, man. Yeah, that's about it, just playing football.